Why don't you? And then we'll be back to that first game. So there you go, that was a onesie party. But Maz, there was one frame in there that kind of freaked me out a little bit. Can you put out that picture?
This one?
Yeah. Oh, you might have to put it full screen.
Oh.
I think it's a Totoro onesie, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Okay. She looks like Emperor Palpatine because she was just walking around with a dark thing, and she was looking at her phone the whole time, and she kind of freaked me out. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Awesome. All right, our first guest today from a show called The Blue Room, which I want to hear more about. Please welcome Caitlin and Zach from The Blue Room. Yeah! Hey. That wasn't for you. Someone just walked in. All right. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. Thank
Cool.
you.
Excellent. So The Blue Room, a bit sexy, I hear.
It is a little bit.
Yes, who did we have in yesterday? Do you remember, Maz? Who? They're on before you. Oh, I should know this.
Oh,
Bush Pig.
Bush Pig, yeah. And they said, well, people are just coming to see the show and it's really cool. And then they're trying to just kind of be nice, and then they're getting some of your crowd, which are up for a bit of raunch.
Yeah, they are. But you know what? We've actually had, funnily enough, a large number of older couples who are coming in to
surprisingly so.
be a little bit titillated. So
Well, before we get to that, let's talk about a bit about what the show is and stuff.
Well, it's basically a sexual daisy chain of encounters through
A circle jerk, if you will.
Well,
Yes.
I've never heard anyone refer to it as that, but yeah, but that might work.
Gang bang.
No, it's basically. I mean, it was originally written. The original play was written in 1912 by Arthur Schnitzler. It was adapted by David Hare in '93, wasn't it?
98.
98.
Oh no, the first production was in 1998 in London.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he wrote the play in '93. Yeah. And it was the original production, La Ronde, and both the adaptation as well by David Hare. They did centre around sexually transmitted diseases and the idea of these sexual encounters happening and kind of the diseases getting passed along. I mean, it's not explicitly said in the story, but you see people, one person hook up with another and another and another.
Yeah, it's not as explicit in the Blue Room as it was in the
No,
Ronde.
not in the original. Right. But obviously that was very hot, back in '93 and through the '90s.
Yeah.
Like, the whole ideas of STD and AIDS having just come on the scene. It was really, really fresh, and it's not so much these days. So we've sort of taken a little bit of a different take on it. Definitely, we're still doing the full script and everything, but I think our themes, we've wanted to incorporate more ideas of intimacy and things like that.
And vulnerability and loss and fallibility, and it's a play that's about sex, but I would not say that it's sexy.
Okay. Because of him? Is it because of him?
Yes.
Yeah.
I get naked and the audience throws up.
Terrible.
So how do you do that? How do you take the exact same words that all these people have written and explore different things in it? Because surely you're kind of limited in the structure that you've been given, or where do you play?
I suppose it's just about drawing specific themes out. I mean, it's a well-written play has almost everything in it. And you can either decide to I mean, the script is a huge signpost to tell you where to go with it, but you can choose to delve into different ideas, both on like character levels, Caitlin and I, dramaturgically, if you were to re-edit the script or anything. I mean, it's sort of it's the beauty of interpreting a play script.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you feel about it, Caitlin, in terms of some of the main themes that you wanted to explore with it?
Pretty much said it all, but it's just the choices you make in expression. I mean, if you and mostly in character work. So I mean, if you have a character who's written on the page as being very promiscuous or quite forward or explicit, you can alter that by kind of coming in underneath it, and instead of taking the obvious choices, you can kind of although you're saying the same words, the intention can change for you. So you can have a very, a very bold, ballsy character that you can turn into someone who's quite shy and vulnerable if you want. It's all down to the delivery and what you want that character to be. Because we play 5 each.
Okay, so it's just the 2 of you.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
two-hander.
right.
Yeah. So it's 10 characters across the board, 5 male and 5 female, and we play all of them, and they're all very, very, very different from each other, and there are marked personality differences between the characters as well as accents, physicality, all that kind of thing. So that's a consideration as well. You need to make choices that can help you differentiate one character from another, as well as be a little bit interesting in terms of the text.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Excellent. And so this is a play that Nicole Kidman has done in the past?
That was
that's
in
the one?
1998. That was
Okay.
Nicole Kidman and Ian Glenn, and it was directed by Sam Mendes.
Right.
Nuts.
So is there a lot more kind of stress on you? Is it harder because so many
Well, we never saw the show. So.
Well, that's true.
I was in grade 8.
Yeah.
And there was
Nicole Kidman's so old.
I'm 27, but in 2003, there was another fairly, within Australia anyway, a fairly renowned production of it that the MTC did with Sigrid Thornton and Marcus Graham, and again, I didn't live in Melbourne, so I didn't see that either.
Yeah,
so
right.
there's actually nothing for us to compare ourselves to, which is really liberating.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we've had people come and talk to us who have seen the Broadway production and also the Melbourne production, and they've very quietly said to us that they think ours is better. So
Or
You should
different.
say it right into the
different,
microphone there.
ours is better than any other version.
Excellent work. And yeah, I mean that's just what everyone has said. So why would you? Yeah. Okay. Right. So if you get the chance to see a play, if you say you're doing a play and you get a chance to see another production of it, is that a good thing to do or a bad thing?
Ooh, that's tricky. It
Depends
can go
on
either way.
who-
It's like knowing
doing
how a
it.
magic trick's done. Then you can never enjoy it again.
It depends on the company that's producing it, the actors who are in it. There's a lot of obviously because there's only 2. It's a hard task for the actors. So if I were to read that it had a crappy cast or a rubbish director or a bad production company, I wouldn't see it because it would be heartbreaking if it was crap, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well,
No?
wouldn't it be like kind of
But it
liberating?
would be
like,
wonderful
ours
if it
was better.
No.
Do you ever do that?
always want to grow.
Do you ever do that in a play that you have performed in, and then it comes around again? Do you look at it and judge?
It's happened.
Yeah. And has it been a good experience or a bad experience?
I've seen some really, really awful productions of Macbeth. And
Yeah.
I spent 6 months of my life doing that play, so anytime I see it when it's rubbish, I just, it makes me hurt.
It's funny with Shakespeare because there are so many versions done of each play, and the beauty of it is that you can interpret. This is sort of what we were talking about before. You can interpret a script however you want in many ways. The script is the signpost, but it's up to you to bring out certain aspects. So even though I've seen productions, say, of A Midsummer Night's Dream before, where there are bits of it that I really didn't like, and I've done the show before myself. I really loved doing it. Played Parker, and it was huge amounts of fun, and the language is fantastic, and all this kind of stuff. But seeing a production, even if there's elements that you don't really get on board with, there's certainly elements normally that you do, and you can draw inspiration, and you learn from both the bad and the good in any show that you see. So,
Yeah.
it's it for me.
Good stuff. And so we know about the show, but we don't really know about you guys. Where are you from?
From Melbourne.
But you said you didn't live in Melbourne. You couldn't see a show.
Oh, yeah, but
You go first. Zach.
well, I'm from Melbourne, born and bred. And,
Okay.
And I've lived south side my whole life, and I spent 3 years from 2009 to 2011 at the Victorian College of the Arts studying drama there, and I've been out for a year and working in the Melbourne industry and everything, and it's been amazing fun. I would always have loved to answer that question saying, I was born and raised in the streets of Brooklyn, and would have been great, but no, Melbourne.
Melbourne, some of the south areas are a bit dodgy sometimes. St Kilda on a Friday night can be
Aye.
Oh
full of
yeah,
junkies and
that's always
prostitutes.
good. I used to work on
Oh, there you
Fitzroy
go.
Street, actually, in St
See,
Kilda.
and you're here to tell the tale.
Oh yeah, the
You must
graveyard
be-
shift at
must be
at
hardcore.
the Australian French bakery. Oh yeah,
Oh,
it was brutal. Yeah, you wouldn't expect working in a bakery that you would have to break up fights or throw out drunks, but hey, that's the way it rolls.
That's Melbourne. And Caitlin, you sound like you have a story of woe and intrigue to get you to Melbourne.
Wow! Do I come across like that?
Well, you're like, well, you tell your story
Am I
first because mine's
woeful?
clearly better.
No,
it just sounded like it's got like, heaps of drama in it. That
No, not at all.
Whatever his
I
backstory
was-
was shit compared
Yeah,
to
I'm
yours.
PG,
No.
man. Mine's totally PG.
I was just sitting there thinking, where am I from?
Oh no, a crisis.
No,
All right.
no, I kind of grew up along the East Coast. So I was born in Sydney, and then in my very young years, it was sort of divided between Newcastle and the Gold Coast, back and forth. And then for my high school years, it was very consistently on the Gold Coast, which is where I started my training. Originally, I trained for screen with Tom McSweeney, who is amazing and very meticulous and wonderful, and he kind of teaches you to, because it's screen training and everything could potentially be very big, so you learn to be very still and very introverted. That's a great basis, I think. And then I went to Sydney, and then I went back to Queensland, and then I came to Melbourne.
For the
end
weather,
of
probably.
2007.
Excellent, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to play a game with you guys, and then you have to
Okay.
plug your show. Because your show's a bit sexy, we chose a game called Awesome Doodles. It's nothing. It's Pictionary, basically.
I'm gonna be crap at this. All right. I
No, you'll be
keep saying
Never had
crap.
it before in my life.
You're allowed to say crap. It's the internet. It's fun. Okay, so this is Maz. Maz is pushing buttons. Hi, Maz.
Hey, Maz.
He can draw on that screen, so he's going to draw on us. Can you
Okay.
see your screen down there?
Yes.
Okay, right. And so you just have to guess what it is within 60 seconds, or you don't get to plug your show. That's not true. You can plug your show.
Oh, doodles, like drawing. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
we got
good.
60
And
on
also,
the clock.
he mainly draws doodles.
Sorry, you said that the show was sexy, and then I thought it was going to be a penis game. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Do I have to explain subtext to an actress? Is that what's going on here?
I'm very vague. Okay.
Your
Right.
arms like
Uh-oh.
this.
Like what? Like this?
Yeah, that'll work.
Ugh.
Okay.
So,
Are you ready?
Okay.
It
I have to do
begins.
that apparently. Go. Okay. So he'll draw in a second. I don't know what he's doing actually.
Have I started?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You've got a present on your junk. Okay. So I guess you just have to. What is it? Is it a movie or a?
It's a movie.
Okay,
It's
it's
a
a movie.
Movie.
All right. Any ideas? What's going through your head at the moment?
A Christmas Carol?
Oh, maybe. Okay, so-
Bad Santa, The Grinch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey!
Really?
Did I get it?
Yep.
Hey! Good on you,
Why are you? Why am I the
Fantastic.
Grinch? That's we got to work together, Maz. It's been a break of trust
Is there a
right
point
now.
where you take away my present from me?
Is that what's happening? Oh wow, that actually came.
Hey.
Well, okay, that actually looks pretty good. No, this way.
No, that was
All
your
right.
face.
Oh, my heart just grew 10 sizes today. All right, excellent work, Maz. That's. Oh, I'm still there. Wow, that's racist. Why'd you have to do the eyes
He's
like that?
foaming at the mouth. Somebody
It
get him a
wasn't
doctor.
until you made it so. Okay.
Okay, excellent. All right, well done, Maz. That was a good
Very
one.
cute.
He's getting better. All right, excellent. Can you please give your show a big plug and tell people why they should see it as well? That's important. What type of person would like to see your show?
I think there's something in it for everyone, really. I know that's. I
My
know that's a
audience
pretty
is all of
stock standard
society.
thing. But the thing is that all the characters span from very young to quite old,
Yeah.
and of all different rungs of society. So I think as a person, there's always a character, or probably multiple characters in there that you can relate to, quite heavily.
All right, good stuff. So we'll tell people where it is and what time and everything.
Well, it's at Urban Spaceman Vintage,
Yes.
which is 27 Gresham Street, which is a laneway that's just past the corner of King William and Hadley.
Yep.
We've only got 2 left.
Oh,
We've
no.
got, I know, we're at the end of
So
our
come
3-week
along.
run, so we've got tonight and tomorrow night doing the sexy late slot at 11 p.m.
I liked all those
Just look
words.
for the red light.
Sexy, late,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
slot are all 3 of my favourite words. Awesome, excellent. Well, internet, please thank Caitlin and Zach from the Blue Room. Yeah, oh, is it the Blue Room? Is it? It is Blue Room. Yeah, okay. My God, I had this crisis of confidence.
Thanks.
Oh, but now I'm better. All right.